thing we got to do, you guys know we got to do big waves out there. So happy Wednesday, big waves, big waves, big waves. So great to see you guys. So excited to be on here with you on this beautiful Wednesday night. And I'll tell you, I have an honor and a privilege this evening. We're going to run things a little bit differently, and I'm super excited about it. And because I get to intro one of our absolutely incredible leaders. So we have a founder joining us this evening, Chairperson 3. I'll tell you, I have had the privilege of working with this gentleman for just shy of 15 years now, and I am forever grateful for his mentorship. So tonight we have the one and only Coach Palmer joining us, and I hope that I made him a co-host.
I am here finally.
Ah, beautiful. Well, hello, Coach. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Always honored and excited to hear from you. And I'm going to shush tonight, and I'm going to hand you the call. So all of your co-hosts are here. They're ready, and we'll highlight them as you tell me to do so.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. And I finally was able to get on the call. I've been doing a lot of Zooms today, so I've got a lot of numbers going through my mind. So I was actually sitting on the wrong call. So that's not uncommon for me, just so you know. But I am excited to be here. I'm trying to get to where I can see everybody's face. Because I think, Andrea, have you got me highlighted? And for some reason, I cannot see
So I
everybody.
have you spotlighted, and
Yep,
on your
spotlighted.
screen, you
I
should
got it.
be.
I got it right now. Okay, good deal. Good to see everybody. Yeah, I can't do a call where I'm looking at myself. I got to see everybody's face. Hey, Mary Catherine. So, yes, the last 2 months has been nuts. We have traveled all around the world and through Mexico and Puerto Rico and over to Colorado Springs and back, and now London, Kentucky this weekend. And I want to tell you, it's a special time. I want to talk to everybody tonight, but before I do, first of all, we've got a phenomenal training lined up for you. And so I really highly recommend, like, get a piece of paper and get a pen, get something to write on, take some notes, because I listened to this lady in Colorado Springs, and the owner of the company listened to her and was like, wow, this is amazing content for growing our profession and how you grow it. Because so many times people in our profession, they get frustrated. You ever been frustrated before? Surely not. You ever said my team's not doing enough? Surely not, right? Have you ever said my team was working and now they're not working anymore? Surely not. And there's some key fundamentals with growing this profession. And it is work, and it takes work, and it takes consistency, and it takes staying the course, right? And as I listened to this lady tonight that you're going to get to listen to and take some notes from, there was so much wisdom because her mentor was an industry veteran and legend that probably teaches some of the best core foundation of how to grow a network marketing business in a profession than anyone I have ever seen in the industry. So excited for you to hear from one of our officers, someone that's been in the industry a long time, Miss Brenda Carlton tonight. Also have got an amazing thing. I want to bring one of our officers up, Mr. Alan Schultz, in just a minute. Okay. But before I do, I want to share with you a couple of things. One is Destin, Florida. Okay. Destin, Florida is coming up. This will be a 3-day event. Okay. In Destin, Florida. This will be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday event. There will be probably a lot of team events exclusively to different teams, possibly on Wednesday night, but the actual event will be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We usually have a church service on that Sunday for the people that are in town still. And it'll be a phenomenal event in Destin, Florida. And so here's what I would do. I would highly encourage you. It's one of those connect events, but we've got seating for 1,000 people. And there will be a lot more to come for this. Okay. So, make the decision now and start building for it for your team. I always say this, if you're not going, more than likely your team's not going. And so there's special things. Just ask a lot of ladies that last February showed up to this Connect event. And I'm not saying the event, but I'm saying they left that event and their business exploded. Things happen at events. I've been doing this for a long time. So when you think about missing an event or being at an event, always think about what if this was the event that took my business to the next level. The next thing is this month. Don't let the month slip away from you. We've got a more in 24, okay? And I don't know if you saw this, but Andrea Rosser put out a couple of links. A couple of links. First of all, if you want to be included, like I'm going to get my 4, I'm going to get my 8, I'm going to get my hoodie at 4 with a minimum of 200 PV, or I'm going to get my PXP 2025 event ticket and hoodie for free. Enroll 8 people with a minimum of 200. But there is a link that we can share in the comments that Andrea Rosser said, if you're all in, if you want to be in, I always say this, you got to first announce it to the world. Hey, I'm going to go after this challenge, because we'll quit on ourselves. What we won't quit on is a spreadsheet with our name on it that says, oops, everybody, I missed it. And so I'll tell you this, if you are running for this event, would you put how many you've gotten so far in the chats? I have 3 so far. I see that right there. Somebody says, I've got 3. I've got, who else? 3, 2 so far. Great job. You know how many I've got so far? 2. Okay. So I got some work to do. I got some work to do, but I promise you this, I'll get my 8. I'll get my 8 by the end of the month. You can take that to the bank. Okay. So what's your attitude? What's your attitude towards it? Are you on the list? I also posted a flyer the other day. We've got a place where you can go create your own flyers. I'm committed to. You got to announce it to the world. You got to tell the world you're running after something. And this industry doesn't happen by design. By chance. It happens by design. So my question to you is, are you running for it? Are you promoting it to your team? Are you getting them lined up? Like, that's some of the key to building a consistent business in our profession, is challenging your limits when it comes to these promotions. Or it will just become another promotion that you didn't go after. Okay. And I want everybody to get this part of this company. Guys, we're headed to $1 billion. If you're sitting here going, could this change my life? Just so you know, our profession pays out $4 billion a month in commissions. $4 billion a month in commissions. Our company has the #1 compensation plan in the industry, bar none. More money to be made in this compensation plan than any that you can go around and find. I'm glad to lay it out on the line and go, bring me a company that pays out more. Let's go compare. We have people that work in this business part-time making 6 figures a year. This compensation plan is unbelievable. And our industry plays out $4 billion a month. So my question is, why not you? Why not now? Why not take Partner Co. and go grow it, right? You don't have to do it overnight. You don't have to do it in the next year, but you do have to commit. Like, you do have to say, hey, I'm going to go after this thing, right? So, and you've got to grab the team around you. Okay. You can't do it alone. Mary Catherine, how many times have I told you, you can't do it alone? You got to do it as a team. Like, you got to get team members. You got to get people that's rowing the boat in the same direction to build this profession. Okay. It's just the way it is. It's a profession like any profession. So tonight, to share this, because I believe every call, you got to have some belief building. You got to have some how-to. And then you got to have just coach talk, where it's like, Susan Saling, you've been in this industry a long time. Sometimes you come to a Zoom and you need the Zoom to talk to you straight. You need the Zoom to challenge you. You need the coaching, right? It can't always be ice creams and rainbows. All right. This is a business. You know, I was a high school football coach. And yes, I had some losing seasons and it wasn't easy. But that's life and that's profession. And this is the same way. But man, is it beautiful. And I'm going to bring on somebody right now. But before I do, I want to say this. I was telling a group, and you might have been on the call, and I went, what drives me in this profession? Okay. I want to tell you what each of us get to do every day if we choose. How many of you, maybe in the comments, you can put a heart. How many of you think that our products transform lives? How many of you think that our products are really good? I want to tell you, our products and our company, here's what we're helping people do: live a longer life, a more fulfilling life, a more healthier life. We're doing that. We have the power to get up every day and share with people products that can create longevity. Would you believe Dale Diffie? Dale works in a pharmacy. She knows the power of our products. So yes, business sometimes gets frustrating. The team doesn't always do what we want them to do, but you know what? What a gift. I have people say, I don't know if I want to do this. What? You don't want to get healthy for the rest of your life? You don't want to share with other people how to get healthy for the rest of their life? Why would you quit a beautiful company with beautiful products? Doesn't make sense. So you got to tell yourself what a gift you have to get up every day and to be able to go share, Audrey, this opportunity of helping people really change their life. And to say that, a couple of months ago, me and Alan Schultz, an officer in this company, was talking. I'm going to highlight Alan real quick. I'm also going to highlight Janet Staggs if we can. And me and Alan was talking about the business, and we were talking about how we don't own anybody in this business. Just so everybody knows, no one is owned in this business. You might connect someone to Partner Co., but you don't own them because they're in your downline. Okay. I'm just talking to you straight tonight. So for all those type A personalities that you want to control everything, you do not own your downline. They made a choice to partner with Partner Co. And you have the beauty and the ability to have them a part of your organization. Well, thank goodness for not owning, because me and Alan Schultz was talking, and I said, and Alan said, you know what, I'm going to reach out to some people on my team, but maybe they haven't engaged yet. He reached out to Miss Janet Staggs. Alan, I want to share this, because if people get this tonight, it's really big, the power they have inside of this business. Because I want to tell you about Brett Palmer. If you come into Partner Co., I don't care where you come in, sideline, downline, upline, I'm going to work with people, because you know what? I love changing lives, and no one owns anybody here. They're a independent representative of the company, using products and having the ability to change their life and help other people change theirs. And so we were having this conversation, and I'm like, I'm constantly digging down deep in the organization just to help people. And Alan said, I'm going to do the same thing. Alan, share with us about reaching out to Miss Janet. Janet, by the way, I can't wait to show your transformation, lady. Wow.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you.
Thank
But Alan, tell us how this started, because you did not know Janet. So tell us how this happened, buddy.
Coach, as you said, we'd been talking, and then there's been training even on the Wednesday Night Wisdom before about looking down in your organization. So this particular case came up through a rank advancement report. I saw it on there, so I just picked a spot to start, and I reached out to Janet to basically congratulate her on the rank advancement, make sure she knew it. pat her on the back. And in that conversation, um, obviously she had she told me she was having some wins and her clothes were changing, and I was just congratulating. And when I asked her, she says, "Yeah, I've even got a lady, and I let her tell the story, that's wanting me to help her with it, and all I have is my story." And that just hit me like a ton of bricks. And what I thought was, I failed here, and communications hadn't gotten all the way out, but thank goodness we talked. And I immediately said to Janet, I said, with your permission, I'm gonna treat you like you just joined the company, and I'm gonna start from the top and get you some information to you. And so from that, she agreed. We did started at the top, downloaded boards, got her scheduling posted. She went to posting and been selling drops. And I don't want to steal her. I'm gonna let her talk. But yeah, just the fact that we connected, we had not talked previous, and then took her through what we getting started and did it from the top, and she took right off.
Alan, I got to share this. First of all, you took the time to reach down. And today, when you sent me the transformation, I actually posted it on my Facebook page, Janet. I asked for permission first. I asked Alan to check with you. But I posted it on my Facebook page because so many times we judge our business by the volume, by the paycheck. I want to tell you, I ask you tonight, all of us on here, I ask you to think about a life, digging down deep and actually touching a life, actually making a difference in a life, actually helping someone create a transformation. It was all up to Janet. Janet could have turned down the opportunity to work with Alan. She could have said no, and she might have, but she didn't. She said yes. And before I bring on Janet, there's so many people in our profession, in our business, that comes into our downline or comes into our business that we never know their name. We never know who they are. We never make a phone call. And I challenge you tonight, I hope this pierces your heart a little bit to go, sometimes when we're praying for growth, it's right at your fingertips. It's called connecting. It's connecting people. And Alan connected with Janet. And Andrea, before Janet speaks, would you mind to share a 90-day transformation? Janet, congratulations.
Thank you.
If you don't think our products are changing lives and consistency around the drops, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I just made that post today on my Facebook page. We just made that flyer. And that's, if anybody wants to know how amazing what we have is, why would you not share the drops with people? Look at this. Janet, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. This just swells my heart to see somebody make a change. I know you did it. I know you were consistent with it. And I know you're just getting going with us. I thank God every day for Alan Schultz and people like Alan that's willing to reach out to people. And I hope to get to see you next Tuesday night at the Friendsgiving, hopefully, with Alan in Tennessee. But share with me your 90 days, like just maybe some excitement or anything you want to add to your transformation. It's a wow factor. And you're posting twice a day, and you're starting to build a business. It's just exciting to have you on our team.
Yes, it is very exciting. And I do definitely think Alan has taught me a lot in this. And, I started out just watching the drops, to see how they go. I did them myself. Then everybody else started noticing my change and started wanting more information on it. And so I kind of share, like I say, it's just my way of life now. I mean, it's taught me a lot in all this, and I'm down 51 pounds. I feel a whole lot better. I mean, about myself. I have more energy. My blood work is all, I mean, been perfect. I had a heart attack myself 5 years ago. So I knew I needed to make a change for myself. So now I just want to help others. And
Janet, you just nailed it. 50 pounds, 90 days.
Mhm.
And now you just want to help others. Like who in who would that? So when people tell me, Janet, and I tell them I found something I can retire into and not, why would I want to retire? Why would I want to get out of the ability to have a product that helps other people? I have people that's like, I'm frustrated and they've made 30, 40, $50,000 this year and they've been able to help a lot of people and they've lost 50 or 60 pounds and they're like, I'm so frustrated. I don't know if I can go on. And I'm like, why? Like, why? It doesn't make sense to me. And Janet, you're a shining example of why we go out every day and share this product and we get over ourselves when we have our little pouty, moody moments because we realize we're making a difference to the world, one person at a time. And this call might seem a little like I'm coming at you tonight. I want to. Because we got a duty. If we're going to get these drops in the hands of billions of people like Janet, like we have a goal. Like we got to go start reaching out to people. We got to start making sure the people in our team that's a fingertip away that we don't leave them laying there. We actually connect with them and we actually make a phone call and we actually say, hey, can I help you? And then somebody like Janet says, absolutely. And somebody like Alan Schultz says, let me show you the way. Janet, you're already inspiring a bunch of people. You inspired all of us tonight. Congratulations on your over 50 pounds of
thank you.
and I cannot wait. You have the story. Somebody told me the other day, they said, I love wearing this skinny drop button because people ask a question about it. And I said, listen, on the inside, put your before and after picture. And when they ask, you can say, here it is, right? So they see the visible proof, or take out your phone because people want to see a difference. And here's what I love, Janet. So many people are scared to start because they're not where they want to be health wise. And what you did is you started, you've made that transformation and it's believable, right? Everybody asks me about Dr. Crystal Vance. Her proof is visible, right? And so I challenge anybody, don't wait. Mary Catherine's on here. She's lost over 70 something pounds, right? But she didn't wait to start the business until she went through the transformation. She took the people through the journey with her.
Mhm.
Janet, congratulations.
Thank
So
you.
we look forward to seeing you grow in this company, and you're the reason we do this thing each and every day. And there's many millions of people out in the world that don't know what we have, and it's up to us to share it with them. So thank you, Janet, for sharing on such quick notice tonight.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you, Alan, for carrying the torch of actually reaching down and being a provider of hope out there. So that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. I love what we do here.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. Alan's actually having a Friendsgiving on Tuesday. If anybody's looking for like little nuggets or something they could do in their community for their team, have a Friendsgiving. Bring a finger food. Get your team together, right? Love on them and see how that goes, right? Growth always happens when you connect the team together, and he's doing that on Tuesday night in Tennessee. So, all right. I love when you can jump on a call and you can pick up ideas and you can pick up things. So here's the night. Who down in your team have you not reached out to? Who's that new person that's laying there and no one has helped on board or get started? That happens every day in our organization and our profession. So be that leader, be that group member. Nobody owns anybody. We're all here to help each other. So who in your downline is there that you can help? Okay, that's a huge key nugget for tonight. And the other is figure out, Alan's creating something in his community. What are you doing around Thanksgiving? What are you doing around Christmas that can unify your team together, right? To where you're loving on each other, and that will create growth. So just two big points there. Now, we're about to bring on another officer in the company. Brenda Carlton has been around the profession for a long time. She's out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. She has a heart of gold for helping people, but her training is dynamic. And what I love about it is she just tells it like it is. And it's one reason I know she had a great mentor in her life that showed her how to build this industry. But I want you to listen to her tonight. She's going to bring some coaching to you. And for me, this is where I would just really think about and inflect and go, okay, what can I add to my business with what Brenda's about to say tonight? And not only take action on it after this call. So Brenda, thank you so much for being here. You're growing an amazing team in this company. You've only been here for a few months, but I want to tell you, we love you. We appreciate you. And I'm so excited for you to share with everybody tonight.
Thank you, Brent. Oh my gosh, this is such an honor to be here. I just want to say thank you so much. And Janet, I just wanted to come through the screen and hug your neck. And Alan, pat you on the back for what a great job you have done. This is why we get to do what we do. And I love it. This just jacks me up sideways. So I just want to say again, welcome. It's an honor to be here. I want you to give yourselves a hand for taking time out of your evening to get on this call to just learn from this amazing master that we have as a leader. And the other night I told him, I said, Brent Palmer, we are so grateful for you because we know that everything flows from the head down. Y'all, this is the head. Thank God for this person, Brent Palmer. So tonight I want you to know this is about you. Okay, this is about you. So back in June, I shared with the group because Brent and Tammy asked me to train here in Colorado Springs. And I just shared how much I love the direct sales industry. I love the direct sales industry. I've been in it for almost 23 years. It's an industry of compression. And now what that means is you can compress time. And so we have the ability to do in 2 years what would normally take a person 20 plus years to do in corporate America. And so let's talk about Partner Co for a minute. Partnership marketing. Wow, what a concept. You want to know what makes a great company? Products, people, and a plan. It takes all three. And y'all, we have that here. You, me, we're the people. And so, although I've only been in this company for 6 months, I love this company. I love these products. I love the people, and I love the plan. Clean products, great people, and a very generous comp plan. Every morning I get up and I go to work. I get on the coach's corner, and then I get on the IPA call. First, the coach's corner. Those are non-negotiables for me. If you want to build this business, those should be non-negotiables for you. That is how I start my day. The coach's corner gives me an encouraging word for the day. It gets me in the right mindset. The IPA call encourages me, but it also gives me information, tips, training, and what works for others. And it lets me know how this business is moving across the globe. Know this, that if you treat it like a business, it will pay you like a business. And if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. So tonight, I would encourage you to make a decision. It's just a decision. I want you to think about this. Why are you doing this? What do you want? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Because it's coming. So tonight, Brent asked me to share with you what's been working for me. And I really have about 3 hours worth of information that we're going to pack into about 20 minutes. So hang on, we're going to go fast. So Andrea's recording it, so you can watch the recording if you need to go back. We're going to cover enrollment. We're going to cover conversion. We're going to cover the art of packaging your story and the fortunes in the follow-up. Sometimes I think people don't understand what the fortune in the follow-up really means or what it looks like. So y'all, do you like a discount? I love a discount. I'm a discount girl. And when I found out I could get a 30% discount, I said, sign me up. And so then I saw that there was a system in place that other people can get the same thing that I get. That means that I don't have to run around Colorado Springs delivering the vitamins out of the trunk of my car. And so getting a discount is the very first thing that I talk about. And so I share what's in it for them. And so let's talk about enrollment. What does that look like? We understand we have a system of growth in place. We do not have to reinvent the wheel here. So we make a post at 9 and 3. Somebody reaches out to us through a text or messenger, and now it's your turn to respond. And so we go to our boards, and then we answer their questions. And so the first question usually is, what are the drops? Copy, paste, and send. Answer that question. How much are the drops? It's a copy, paste, and send. And then they want to know, how do I order them and how quick can I get them? That's a phone call, y'all. Pick up the phone. And so I say, okay, can you talk a minute? Because talking is easier than texting. And so my first questions I ask a person is, what is your goal? What was it that you saw that stopped the scroll? Talk to me about that for a minute. And then I ask the question, I'm a discount girl. Are you a discount girl or guy? How about you? What do you like? And so I tell them, you can buy them from me for $150. You Venmo me and I mail them to you. Or you can do what I did. You can pay a one-time $29.95 and get a 30% discount. The drops retail for $176. Your price would be, with the discount, $123 plus tax and shipping. But we also have a box called a 4-pack. It's a buy 3, get 1 free. That means that pack is $371. That is $92.75 a box. It's a great place to start. Plus, it gives you 4 months of drop. However, I need for you to know that there's a deeper discount than that. There's a 10-pack. That package is $879, and that would mean that it's $87.90 a box. That is a great place. But wait, it gets better. Right now, there's a 30-pack box, 30-pack for $2,300. It is a promotion. We're not sure how long that's going to last. That makes those drops $76.66 a box. It's a great place to start. And also, if you're interested in earning some Christmas money, what works best for you? 4-pack? Oh, great. That's a great place to start. That's where most people start. That's where I started. And then that's enough for you to share with your mother, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, whoever. I started with a 4-pack, and then 4 days later, I ended up ordering that 30-pack. This thing blew up out from under me, and everybody wanted what I have. So all I need is a little bit of information from you, about five pieces of information. I need your name, your full address, your phone number, email, your date of birth, and your method of payment. And then I get them in the system. I have this little notebook, y'all, that I write everything down. It's a spiral notebook. I take all their information, and then I go back into the system and put them in. That is how I work. That is how I've gotten 350 plus people to join my team. So, okay, let's talk about that enrollment sheet. I have this enrollment sheet that I created years ago, and it's my brand partner information sheet. And I actually keep it in the 3-ring binder. Yes, it's just a notebook from Walmart in alphabetical tabs by last name. And so when I'm having a conversation with that new person, I'm taking notes and I'm recording their information. My form has everything on it that's required to enroll someone. And then later I go back and I refer to that in a follow-up. And so get them enrolled, get people in the system. I have people call me when they get started on the drops, and that process begins. Okay, let's talk about conversion. When Tammy asked me about training on conversion, I was like, oops, I don't really convert people. I've only sold about 20 plus boxes out of my house. You know, I have my little drop store here at my house, but I enroll people because I want them in the system. I want their information in there because I can lead them through the website with the information that they'll be able to look at. So what I do from my drop store, like I said, I've sold about 20 boxes, but I also tell people about that discount. So when they've come back to me for that second box, that is when I convert them and I get them in. And I've gotten about half of those people enrolled as a brand partner. I love that part. So the conversion process is really not something that I have done a lot of, but I have. Okay. So I want to talk about the art of packaging your story. For me, that is a foundational thing. That is a fundamental thing. It is essential that you know how to package your story. And here's why. Your story, Janet, your story is the absolute most important story you will ever tell. Dr. Crystal's is amazing, but your story is the most important story you will tell. And so the reason is because it's yours. And with that, when we're talking, you can feel the passion, you can feel the emotion, and the person you're talking to picks up on all that. And you got to remember, ingredients tell, but stories sell. And so let's get your story packaged. Okay. So what I want you to know is your story, my story, should only be about 2 to 3 minutes. Ain't nobody got time for 3 hours to listen to your story. And so 3 minutes to give you time to breathe. There are 4 components to your story: where you were, what you saw, what you did, and where you're going. And so, ladies, I'm going to talk to you for a minute. Guys, y'all don't usually do this, but ladies, it's really not important that we talk about the color of outfit we had on, what restaurant we were sitting at, or whether our lipstick matched our shoes. Where you were you in life? Where was your health? Where was your finances? What did your life look like? And then what you saw. You saw somebody post something on Facebook. You got curious. It stopped the scroll, and you made a text or sent a message. What you did. You got started on the drops. That's about 2 seconds. Where are you going? So maybe weight loss is your goal. You have a goal of 40 pounds. You've already lost 20. That's huge. Congratulations. But you can say you're a work in progress. And so maybe it's a fitness goal. Whatever it is, that's what you're going to state. That's your goal. That's where you're going. Maybe it's a financial goal. It's really, really important that you get your story packaged. Like I said, ain't nobody got 3 hours for us to stand there and tell our story. Okay, so sometimes we need help packaging our story. We need somebody outside to help us because we can get tangled in emotion. All that stuff gets stirred up, and then we want to tell all the details. And so remember, package your story, because you can always circle back around and tell the details where you can make it more relevant to who you're talking to. So after I share my story, I stop and I pause and I ask, what part of that interests you? And I wait for an answer. That tells me which part I need to present to them. I may be hammering one thing, that's what I think, and they may be needing something else. So we have to listen to what they want. So the reality is that people only remember 7% of what we say, and we need to make our nuggets count. If it's not necessary to say, it is necessary not to say. So we have to remember that. I'm going to repeat that. If it is not necessary to say, it's necessary not to say. Okay. The purpose of our story is to get people started on products. So my comment is always, let's get you started today. We've got to move them forward. It's like moving the ball down the field. So I'm going to share with you my story, and you're going to hear those 4 bullet points in there. I watched a radical transformation of my daughter when all the premenopausal and hormonal symptoms were full blown. Major brain fog, confusion, extreme exhaustion, rapid weight gain. Every day was a struggle for her. None of us in our family knew what had happened to her. She's always been my little joy bomb. But within 5 days on the drops, the brain fog, confusion, extreme exhaustion was gone. And by the end of the 3rd week, she had lost a whole gene size. I had my girl back. To support her, I went to a drop talk at Julie Park's house. And as I listened to Dr. Crystal talk about these drops, I sat processing. Wait a minute, I already take natural hormones. I already take thyroid. I'm okay with my weight. But then she said digestive healing. And you know, we're all dialed into WIIFM. What's in it for me? And I was like, ooh, that's me. Digestive healing, that's what I need. So I got started on the drops. And in just a few weeks, I lost 10 pounds. I'm down a gene size. Sleep is amazingly deep. My energy is greater than I ever remember. And I feel better at 69 years old than I did in my 20s. I won't be cycling off these drops, Dr. Crystal, if you're out there listening, because I don't want to stop feeling the way I do. I'm on a mission to get these drops in the hands of billions. Will you help me? Okay, I want to move forward to our tree. And everybody on this call has a tree. And so whenever I look at my tree, it reminds me of what Jesus said in John, I am the vine and you are the branches. I see a big branch of over 350 names. I see leaves that represent people and their lives. And I feel a certain responsibility to keep those leaves green and alive. I don't want them to turn brown and wither and fall off. And so the fortune is in the follow-up, and this is where it comes in. We have to come along with the drops. See, I come with my products. And so we build relationships. For the customer, it shows we care and we're committed to helping them get the results that they are looking for. People don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. And so it's a way to stay connected. Otherwise, people can get discouraged and they want to quit. And so follow up also locks a person in. And see, that's why I am so adamant about getting people enrolled, because I can lock them in with the process of leading them through to get them to ultimate. Ultimately, that's where I want them to get, because it's a win-win for them. Okay, so our goal is to help them stay on products. And if they can see that they can get a deep discount and maybe earn a little money that makes their products free, I show them that. So through the follow-up, we build recurring income. And I don't know about you, but I'm building legacy. And so I want to talk for a minute about a 3-way phone call. You've got to use your sponsor. Don't try to build this business by yourself. You know, the Lone Ranger rides off into the sunset and we never see him again. And so there is a system in place. Your sponsor is here to help you. Please use them. I also want you to understand this thing called the law of familiarity. Most of the time we sign up who? Our family, our friends. And like my mama used to tell me, Brenda, I changed your diapers. What do you know about nutrition? And so we got to get that out of the way. Sometimes we're not bold enough to ask those questions, those hard questions, those intimate questions, sometimes those personal questions, but somebody on the outside can. Use your sponsor. They know what questions to ask, and then you can just sit back and cash the check. Okay, so I want to also talk to you just a minute when you do that. When you get your sponsor on the phone, the first thing that you need to do after you've made the introduction is to mute your phone. Do not speak. I would encourage you to chew your tongue off before you interrupt your sponsor. And the reason is because your sponsor is going somewhere. And sometimes there's some questions and there's some emotion that comes in that. And if you interrupt, you just derailed your sponsor and everything went out the window. So be very mindful of when you're on a three-way phone call. Do not speak until you know it's done. Okay, your sponsor knows how to ask the right questions. And remember, they're going somewhere, and that is to close the deal for you. So let them do their job. Okay, let's talk about some word choices for a minute, because many times recently, I've gotten questions like, Brenda, what are you saying? When do you say that? To who do you say that? So here we go. So for follow-up, okay, during a conversation, here's some of the questions I might ask. What are your goals? We set SMART goals here. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Those are SMART goals. Okay. Here's a scenario. When I have a lady and her husband that own a store. They actually cook and sell meals. And so she's working all day. And I told her, I will help you build this business during the day. And then we do drop talks on the weekends and in the evenings. And so I'm helping her. It's a commitment. So here's the way it goes. Hey, Jennifer, my name is Brenda Carlton. You don't know me yet, but I'm part of your team with Partner Co. I'm helping Sarah. I'm calling to introduce myself and to check in on you. How are you doing on the drops? Feel free to reach out to me should you have any question. My number is, have a blessed day. Okay, that's one scenario. There's another one for people that have, she retailed drops too. They're not in the system, but she gave me their name and their phone number. Hey, Stacy, this is Brenda Carlton, Donna's friend. I was just following up to see how you're doing on the drops. I would love to hear how things are going or answer any questions you may have. Blessings, Brenda. That would be a text. You would be surprised how many people text me back. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you called to check on me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's a text that I use for just that personal girlfriend of mine or possibly a guy. I've changed it a little bit, but hey girl, how are you doing on your drops? Tell me something good. I'm expecting to hear something good, and I'm letting them know I'm expecting to hear something good. No whiny honeys here. Tell me something good. Okay, so back to the questions when we do follow up. I have to ask, why do you want to XYZ? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to drop a dress size? Why do you want to get healthy? Those are valid questions that we need to ask because we're on a journey with this person. What will that do for you? Let them see what their life would look like. What will you feel like when you reach your goal? How will your life look once you've reached that goal? What incentive can you give yourself to reach that goal? One girl told me she wanted a Louis Vuitton purse. I'm like, you go, girl, we're going to get it. Okay, I help them see that picture of what their life looks like when they've reached that goal. I'm going to tell you one of the most powerful ones was a dad that wanted to fit into the rides at Disney World with his daughter. That's a powerful goal. And then I ask, do I have permission to hold you accountable? That lets me know their commitment. I let them know that I'm writing all this down in my notes with a date. And if weeks or months later that they fall out or they quit, I can ask them, did your goals change? And the reason that's important is because I'm then released. Okay? I tell people, you'll quit on me before I quit on you. I'm committed. I'm in it for the long haul, and I'm in it to win it. And so if a person has weight to lose, sometimes I need to go a little deeper with my questions, especially during troubleshooting, maybe weight loss is not happening as fast as they really expected. So my questions look like this. Are you taking your drops consistently and correctly 3 times a day? How much water are you drinking throughout the day? You need half of your body weight in ounces of water throughout the day. It's going to help wash the toxins out of your body, and it helps to keep us hydrated while we go into calorie deficit. And please don't try to be a water warrior at 7 p.m. at night. You will not like me. Are you moving waste through your body? That's a difficult question for some people to ask somebody, especially if it's a girl or a guy to a girl. That's a difficult question, but we have to talk about that. There's a potty in every house, and there's a potty in every store and building. That is a very vital part of our building. We have to move waste through our body, because if it's not coming out, it's not coming off. And these toxins are being released, and there's just a couple of ways that those get out of our body. And so the next thing I asked them is, tell me about the sugar and the dairy. Those are the number 1 and 2 hormone disruptors. We have to shut those down, at least for 90 days. And then I asked them to walk me through their day. The reason I asked for that is because I want to know what their day looks like. I want to hear if there's any stress in their life. What is your regimen? What is your schedule? When do you eat breakfast, lunch, dinner? What do you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? What foods would you say are your weakness? Are you moving 20 minutes a day, walking, counting steps? Then we talk about accountability, and I ask that tough question, what are the 3 things that you will do consistently? And then I make some suggestions. Would you be willing to take your drops 3 times a day consistently and correctly? Would you be willing to move your body 20 minutes a day? I don't care what you do, but would you just walk for 20 minutes a day? And do you have a plan for that late night sweet tooth? Be prepared with a healthy choice. So in conclusion, the fortune is in the follow-up. We are building recurring income. And remember that happy customers stay on product. People that get results will talk about what has happened for them. Then we get to ask that question, who do you know that wants to look and feel like you do? And as long as we are doing this, we will never run out of people. So I'm going to leave you with this. Be persistent and consistent. Decide to stick and stay. You'll be glad you did. And remember that when you help enough people get what they want, yours is an automatic. Thank you so much, Brent.
Mic drop. How many of you want a Brenda Carlton on your team, huh? Amazing, amazing, amazing. Brenda, when I heard this, and I want to close with this, don't jump off just yet, okay? This is super important because we're going to close with action item to build your business. Brenda, like this will be up on my YouTube channel. It always is. I would highly recommend to go back, take notes. This is not me being egotistical, guys. I've made a lot of money in this industry. If I was going to take training of how to build a business, I would listen to the ladies' training tonight and I would dial it in. I would write it down. I'd create a book, a binder from it, because Susan Saling, we had a mentor that was right on point, right? With what Brenda Carlton said tonight. Guys, there's a reason she's growing a massive team in a short amount of time. Don't compare. Just know this, there's how-tos to building this profession, and she just laid it out. She laid it out. Brenda, thank you. And what I love is, I always say this, you learn with the intent to teach. Brenda's adding value, not just to her team, but to Crossline. So maybe give Brenda love in the chats because, hey, it's late for all of us. But this is what makes our industry so unique. Because in the real world, in life, people are not standing here trying to help us grow and develop and make more money and help us learn. They're going, hey, go sick them. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. But in our profession, we got driven leaders like Brenda, like Alan Schultz. It's like, I want to pour into you, and many more on this call. I applaud you for being on this call. But the knowledge you learned tonight, let's put it to action. And I want to give you a couple of things. Monday coming up, mark your calendar, get your team on the Monday night call from the company. Monday night, we will release our Black Friday specials. They're some of the best I've seen since I've been in the industry. They're unbelievable. You're going to grow your business. People are going to generate volume. Okay. That's going to happen Monday. So what can I do to grow knowing that Black Friday's coming? Here's what I would do. Tomorrow morning, Andrea Rosser will have it on her Facebook page. You could copy her from now until Black Friday if you want. Starts from Thursday to Thursday. Get on my VIP list. Oh my goodness. You should know what I know. It's coming. Get on my, if you want on my Black Friday shopping list, message me. Like build the energy from Thursday to Thursday. Okay. From Thursday to Thursday. People will reach out to you in Messenger. People will reach out to you via text message. People will see what you're putting out there. Put it in your stories. Put it on Facebook. Put it on Instagram. Build for the Black Friday. You go, Brent, I don't know what the Black Friday is. If you want on my VIP list, get on the list, right? People, if you want to grow, people will absolutely reach out to you. Andrea Rosser will put that out tomorrow on her Facebook page, and you can simply copy it and use it. Andrea, thank you for doing that. And then another challenge after Brenda made this amazing training. I challenge you to use your sponsor. There's people on this Zoom right now that want to grow this business. But if we were to call your sponsor or your upline and go, when's the last time they used you? They don't. That would be the answer. Why is it? Because you're trying to be the Lone Ranger. Brenda just told you. You can be stubborn, but it's painful here. Okay? Or you can just go, you know what? I'm going to start using my sponsor for a three-way call. I'm going to start using my upline. Maybe even my sideline. Find somebody. Everybody can't use one, but we can all use all, right? All we need is a third-party validation that understands what we're doing. But we can't complain about where we're at when she just gave you the wisdom of saying, here's what you do to get to the next level, and you're holding back. So I want to challenge your limits. Like, start using your sponsor or your upline to do three-way calls and watch your business grow. Give it 30 days. Even for the stubborn people out there, give it 30 days and see what happens. Okay? Challenge your limits. Okay? The other thing is, I challenge you to write your story down. I'm looking at Mary Catherine right now. Have you wrote it down? Where were you in life when you found this? What did you see? Oh my gosh, I saw a message. I saw this. It stopped to scroll. I got the, what did you see? And how has it changed you? Concise. Write it down. Remember, you saw Brenda Carlton. She's got years of wisdom in this industry, and she has hers written down. Do you? If not, do it. Memorize it. Get it. And that is your tool that never leaves you. And here's what I want you to do. I know I'm running over. I never want to hear you say, I know all of you guys have heard my story. No, they haven't. Here's who you're speaking to. You're speaking to the prospect that has never heard your story. Never get tired of sharing where you were at when you saw this in life. You know, where you were at and what you saw that excited you. And then what has it done to change your life? And maybe you look at people and go, and I'm still on the journey. I'm still in the process, but I'll tell you what, I've lost 20 pounds. I've got 60 more to go. But I want to tell you what, my energy level's starting to pick up. Hey, I'm not where I want to be financially. I still have bills to pay. I still have some debt, but I'll tell you what I did last year. Last year I made $50,000 and I've got a team of over 300 people. Guys, it is all in the story, and that story is your tool to go grow this business. If it's that powerful, why is it not written down and memorized? Why is it not studied? It's kind of like your third party validation. Why do you not use it when we go, that is the key? We got to use it. Even if you can convert them, even if you can sign them up on your own, don't do it alone. Okay? Don't do it alone. So Brenda, thank you for tonight. And guys, I'm passionate about this. Don't mistake my passion for anger. You are here. It is late. You're here to learn. And as I look around the room at Olivia Sykes, I look around the room at Susan Legg, Dale Diffie, all up, Brandy, I see you. All we want is for all of us to go on this journey together and to get this piece of this opportunity as this company goes to $1 billion and beyond. As this industry pays out $4 billion next month, we want every one of you to get your piece of it, but we also want your help in putting these drops into the hands of billions of people. So you know what we've got to do? We've got to get out tomorrow and we got to connect. We got to get people on our VIP list. We got to do this. Like we've got to put ourselves out there so that there's more Janet Staggs stories, so that there's more Brenda Carlton's daughter story, right? That got her involved. And along the way, you'll be like a happy mother, like Tammy Mockbee going, oh my gosh, Brenda Carlton, wow. Her biggest cheerleader is Tammy Mockbee, Melchizedek, because she sees how many lives Brenda's impacting with her passion, with her knowledge, and with her excitement for where she's going. That's what we want for each and every one of you. Guys, we're so grateful for you. We're so honored to be on this journey with you. And I'll tell you what, we will not stop. We are always here. And we always celebrate you. I promise that. Love you so much. Brenda, give Brenda shout outs. Alan Schultz, Janet, thank you so much. Andrea Rosser, thanks for your leadership of putting this call on. God bless, guys. Have a great
It
night.
was
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was
Have a
incredible.
good night.
Thank you, Brenda.
Good call.
Thank you, Brenda.
Guys, grateful for you.
Brenda.
Pray for you. Thank you.
Have a great night.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Alan. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Guys,
You
grateful for
guys
you.
have a
Thank
beautiful
you.
night.
Thank you, Andrea.
Everyone have a beautiful night.